So
This
my name is
conference
Harsha.
will now be recorded.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So my name is Harsha. I have 6 years of experience in both manual and automation testing, and currently working in Legato Health Technologies. Okay. So yeah. So before starting testing tools or software testing or system testing, what is the general understanding of testing? What do you understand by the word testing? Can any one of you tell me what is a testing? Basic terminology, not in the words of like what is system testing or what we'll do in IT, I mean software testing. Just what do you understand by the word testing?
ఇన్ సమ్ ఒక ఫంక్షన్ కరెక్ట్ గా వర్క్ అయిందో లేదో చెక్ చేయడాన్ని టెస్టింగ్ అంటారు సార్.
Okay, that is correct. Basic, I mean in your daily language, what is testing? What do you understand by testing? Not related functional or something. In daily
ఓకే.
life, what do you understand by testing generally? Anything, not
టైం
only
సార్.
software product. If you take
యా.
a phone or if you take a TV or if you take a system or anything, what
యా.
you'll understand by by the word testing.
లైక్ స్విచ్ సార్, ఆన్ అండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి వర్క్ ఆర్ నాట్.
Okay. So what you are trying to identify, what you are trying to do.
ఐఎమ్
Okay,
ట్రైంగ్
you are
టు
saying
డూ.
you are testing a switch. Okay, you said you
హలో.
are testing a switch. Hello,
యా యా సార్.
am I audible?
యా సార్ ఆడిబుల్.
Okay. So you said you are trying to test a switch. Okay.
ఎస్ సార్.
So what you are going to test in a switch?
మొబైల్ ఛార్జింగ్, ఛార్జర్ ఆర్ టీవీ ఆర్ ఏసీ ఆర్ ఎక్సెట్రా ఎనీ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఐటమ్ ఇన్ హోమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్.
See, that is a different thing. So you said you are testing a switch. So you said switch is like on and off.
యా సార్.
So what you are going to test in that? So you said if you say on, what happens? If you say off, what happens?
Current pass or not.
So
That functional is
what you
working there.
so is working properly or not, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So there is, I mean, generally, if you see, testing is nothing but see you are checking a product or anything. It may be a product or it may be a switch or it may be a phone or it may be a TV, anything. What you're doing is you
Okay.
are checking whatever you have developed or manufactured, whether it is working without any issues or errors.
Yes.
Okay. So
Errors.
you
Yes,
said
sir.
you take the example of a switch. Since you said you take an example of a switch. If you are turning on the switch, the electricity should pass,
Yes, sir.
right? If electricity
Yes,
is
sir.
not passing, even if you are switching, I mean, turn on, if you on the switch, then there is some issue, right?
Issue is that. Yes, sir.
Yes. So maybe it may be a connection, maybe a wiring issue,
Problem or
or maybe
something.
yeah, there might be some problem. We
Some
don't know
problem. Yeah.
exactly what. Yeah, there might be some problem because of that. The functionality of the switch is not working properly, right?
Properly. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So testing is a process. So it is a process. What you're doing, you're following some process or some step-by-step procedure to understand whether a product or an application is working
Or
properly
not.
or there are any defects or issues or
Okay.
errors in the product, right?
Okay, sir.
So that is nothing but testing. It may be anything. It's see, don't come to like whether it is a only testing will be done at a software side. So there will be a hardware
Okay.
testing. Everything there is a that for every product there is a corresponding testing. A quality check will be there. It the terminology may differ. Like some things they'll say quality check. So in some companies they'll say it is testing. So the maybe the terminology is changing, but the process what they are doing is same. So
Same.
at finally, our end goal of a testing is to provide a quality product or a quality application, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So, so testing is nothing but process of evaluating a product or application with an intent of finding the errors or loopholes, right? Okay, this is the testing. So who is going to do this process? Generally a tester will do. So what is the responsibility of the tester? The tester is the person responsible for the responsible for cross checking the application if it is developed as per the client requirement. So the client will be giving the requirements, right? So as per the client requirement, if we have developed the application, right? And tester is also one second, responsible to deliver quality product, right? So tester, what he will do? So he will cross check the application whether it was developed according to the client requirements. In that process, what he will do, he will check, he will raise any, he will identify if there are any issues or errors in the application, right? Understood? Hello?
Yeah, understood, sir.
Yes. So, yeah. So tester is a person who is responsible for cross-checking the application if it is developed according to the client requirement. So whatever client is asking in his perspective, we have to develop the application, not according to the developer's perspective or the company's perspective, right? So that is the tester's responsibility, and he is also responsible to deliver a quality product. So he should not be compromised on the quality of the application or software we are developing. So our ultimate goal is to deliver a quality product where you can identify a very minimum number of defects, not major defects, that too a minor defects, you can identify that. Okay, clear what is testing and what is the role of tester in IT industry? Okay, right. So what is the importance of testing? So why we need to do testing? So we understood testing. Okay, we need to check whether requirements were implemented or not, or properly, right? So why we need to do testing? Why we need to check that? See, the client is giving his set of requirements to the developer, to the company, and the company is being giving those requirements to developer, saying to develop these functionalities. So is it really necessary to check whether they have been developed according to the client requirement? Because we know that developers are well skilled, right? So you will keep some well skilled development team. So again, what is the need of development, testing team? it really necessary? If it is really necessary, what happens? Why? What is the need of testing?
So, sorry, sir. Cli-
Yes.
Client have some requirement is there.
Mm-hmm.
In that requirement, developer will be functionality is developing or not. The tester will be testing, sir.
Yeah, that's why. See, the developer, he's no. I mean, he knows what what the requirement was given, and he was developing according to the requirement
Yeah, yeah.
only. So again, why there is a need of
Yes, sir.
testing?
But it's safety purpose. Sir, it has some problem. There, tester will be need, sir. Recheck purpose at least. At least recheck purpose.
At least.
At least rechecking purpose tester will be need, sir.
Okay. See, okay, no problem. See, why we need to
Okay.
do testing is, so basically, generally, see, we are all humans, right? So we are all not, we are all not perfect. So at any point of time, there might be some chance that the developer can do some mistake. Okay, so he
Yes,
may
sir.
understand the requirement in a different way, according to the, I mean, apart from what client has given. So he may misunderstand the requirement or develop it in a different way than the client required. Okay, right?
Okay.
Or he may write the logic in a very, I mean, he may write the logic incorrectly. So these are all some
Okay.
situations where your requirement is something, but the output is something, right?
Some. Yeah, yeah.
So to avoid, so if in these cases, if you're not doing a proper testing and delivering the product directly to the client after development, client identifies that issue, what happens? So whatever you are developing, he will come back to you and will ask what I mean, what is my requirement and what is the application you have developed. So he will escalate the issue seriously, right? See, if you are
Yeah, sir.
asking for something, if they have provided you an irrelevant application, how would you feel? It won't be. I mean, you won't be satisfied with the application. So what you'll do, you'll escalate and you'll maybe there won't be a good. I mean, uh, so you will escalate the issue and you will go back to the company and you will say, this is not what I wanted, and you have developed a very quality product, or there is no quality in your application, right? So what happens?
Yes,
There
yes,
will be
sir.
a lot of
Yeah.
consequences. So the company has some loss of its fame, and uh, so again you have to correct the application, and lot of investment you have to keep, and whatever investment you have, uh, I mean whatever money you have invested till now, it is a waste. Again, you have to invest another amount of money to rectify the defects. So these are all the consequences of not doing a proper testing, or you're not at all doing the testing, right? So to avoid all these consequences, what we are doing is we are doing the testing. So there are three important points why we are going to do testing. One is to reduce the risk in the reduce the risk in the application. If you are doing a testing before delivering the product to the application, so what will happen? So you'll say, so we identified almost all the major defects of the application, so that what happens, you are improving the confidence of the application in the client. So he says, okay, there is a quality check happened before delivering to us, so we can trust the application, so that you don't identify or you don't face major issues. There might be some minor issues for any application or anything in real time. You might face minor issues, but there the risk of identifying major issues is very low. So you are reducing the risk of identifying the major issues in the application after it is tested properly, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Clear,
Right.
sir.
Yeah. The next point is, so to identify as many defects as possible so that they are not found in the operational use. I mean, you don't find it in the real time. Okay. So you have to identify as many defects. That is the main goal of the application. I mean testing. So you need to identify as many defects as possible so that they are not found in the operation use. Okay. And finally, cross check if all the requirements are implemented. So you have a set of requirements by the client. So you will check whether all the requirements which client is requesting are implemented in the application or not. So these are the three major points. So you'll say why we are going to perform a testing. So if you do all these things, I mean, if you do testing for these reasons, whatever consequences we discussed earlier will not be, I mean, will be avoided. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So okay. So now coming to software testing or system testing, I mean, welcome coming to the software testing. Before going to software testing, what do you understand by the word software? And what kinds of, I mean, what are the different types of software you know? So what is generally, what is a software? So before going to software testing, what is a software? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just basic idea, whatever it is, just tell me if it is either wrong or right, no problem. Just tell what you have an idea, what is your idea on software, what do you mean by software?
Software means a computer doing multifunctional in that one version.
Okay, any other person? Only he is speaking. What about the other two? Satyasri, are you in the call? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Am I audible? Okay. So can you just give me a basic idea and what is software? General idea. I'm not just asking exact definition. What you understand by software? No problem. No, I mean just tell whatever you know. It's not like you have to tell everything right only, right? Just tell what you know. Yeah. Okay. No problem. See, generally software is nothing but, see, everyone will have an idea. So you have some thoughts. So you have some ideas. So if you are converting your idea into a, so you thought idea is like imaginary. You can't see or you can't see that idea, right? Or thoughts. So if you are converting imaginary thoughts or ideas into reality, so what you're doing, you're converting your idea into a real time application. So reality, how you are converting it? By writing some codes or programs, right? By writing some set of program. That is nothing but a software. See, converting an imaginary thought into reality by writing some set of programs. So that is nothing but your software. See, anything, any application you see, it is just a thought process. So that thought process, you are converting it into a real-time application or a software by writing some set of code and right. So that is nothing but a software. Uh, Clear? Okay. The next one is, so how many types of softwares are there? So there are two things. One is called project. The other one is product. What is the difference between a project and a product? So if you see project, uh, so if a software is developed based on the specific requirement. So if it is developed based on a specific requirement, then the software is called as a project. Like you can take the example of Gmail or Facebook. You can see these are all called projects. Why? Because see they are not developed based on, see they are developed based on a specific person's requirement. So if you see Gmail, it is one of the application developed by the Google. So the Google client, I mean Google will have some requirements. So based on the Google's requirement, that Gmail application will be developed. Okay. So if any software which is developed based on the specific requirement is nothing but project. So coming to product, if a software is developed based on the market requirements. So market requirements, then it is called a product. Like you can take car, fridge, TV, AC, system,
Mobile.
computers, mobile. Yeah, these are all what? These are all products. Why? Because if you see a product is developed according to the public requirement, like what the I mean what the public is demanding. So based on the public demand, see some people they will say they wanted 50 megapixel cam. That is one of the requirement from some set of people. Some people
Yeah, yeah.
uh, they don't worry about the cam quality. So what they'll do, they will decide like I wanted 8 GB RAM, right? So some people they want 8 GB RAM, some
Yeah.
people they want uh, 4 GB RAM is enough for some people. It depends on their requirement and what for which purpose they are using the mobile, right? So that's why it depends on the market requirements. Like based on the market requirements, you have a different set of mobile phones. Similarly, if you see a car, so based on the features that the particular customer is requiring or particular set of customers are requesting, so you see different model of cars. Each car is having their own features, right? So their own design. So everything changes based on the market requirements. What is the requirements that are coming from the market, or what are the new features that the public is expecting from the that particular manufacturer or the company or the client, right? Or that particular um any person who is releasing that product, right? So a product is nothing but if a software is developed based on the market requirement, it is called as a product. If it is developed based on the specific requirement, see some companies they have their own applications, like it is their own requirement for any purpose. So that are called as project. So you see sometimes product based company or service based company. So service based companies are nothing but like you can say they will develop the projects, and product based, like they are helping to develop or manufacture the products. Okay, right, clear?
Yeah, sir.
Hello.
Clear. Clear, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now we'll see some basic terminologies like what is error, okay, and what is defect, and what is a bug, and what is failure. Right. So what is error? So error is nothing but a mistake. See, a mistake which is done by a programmer or some person, whoever it is. So error is nothing but a mistake which is causing some error. I mean, which is causing some errors. Okay, so mistake, the programs, whatever the developer is writing. So that is called the error. So we have so many things like syntax errors or say anything. So whatever mistake, it's like a mistake. I mean, maybe it may be a syntax error, or it may be a logic. Maybe the logic is written in a very wrong way. So these are all called the errors done by the developer or any person. Okay. When you say defect is nothing but deviation from the expected output. So previously, you said like whenever you are switching on the, I mean, uh, whenever you switch on, I mean, you on the switch, electricity should pass, but it is not happening. So your expected is that electricity should pass, but it is not passing. So that is a deviation from the expected output. So your expected output is not achieved. So that is called as a defect. Okay. Okay, clear.
Oh, clear, sir.
Okay. So one second. So a bug is nothing but, so you identify the defect. That means, so the functionality is failing. So that is a defect. Okay. So but which is causing this defect? The cause, what is the cause, or what is the reason for, okay, so the reason why this functionality is failing, or some uh, it is, I mean, the reason why some functionality is not working in an expected way, that is called the bug. The fault which causes the program or functionality to work in an unexpected way. So you're not expecting to work it in that in that way, but it is working in some unexpected way, in an unexpected manner. So that is called as a bug. So defect is like, so you are finding some, so you are expecting some output, that is not happening. But a bug is nothing but the fault, the reason why it is causing this program to work in an unexpected manner. That is the bug. Okay. And failure is like when customer identifies the defect. When customer identifies the problem or the defect, it's called failure. That means you have delivered the product and then the customer is identifying the defect. So then it is called as a failure. Okay, clear? What is the difference between error, defect, bug and a failure? Okay, understood? Hello?
Understood, sir.
Right. So, okay. So till now any doubts for you? I mean till now what we have discussed, any doubts? Hello? Are you clear with this?
Yeah, sir. Clear, sir.
So understood, right? So maybe we can continue in the next class. So these are the basics, like what is testing and what is the importance of testing and what is a software and what are the different types of software we see, and what are the basic terminologies, like what is the difference between error, defect, a bug and a failure. So these are the basic things. So once, okay, in next classes we can discuss what is a software development lifecycle, how a product or a application or a project will be developed in a IT, I mean in a company, and how the project will be coming and what are the different phases that we can see in a project. Okay, how many, I mean in what phases the project will be going on, we'll discuss them. Okay, clear?
Okay. Okay. Clear,
And
sir.
what are the different models to implement that SDLC process? So we'll discuss that in the next classes.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Any doubts, or
Okay.
am I clear? Am I going too fast, or is this okay?
It's fine, sir. It's okay. Everything right now today class.
Okay, you are able to understand, right? Or else should I tell in Telugu also, or if it is fine if I continue in
Sir,
English?
it's fine, sir. In not understand, I will ask you in Telugu, sir.
Okay. For you, Andy, you are also clear. I think one more new person joined, Vasavi. So for others, it is also clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then thank you. We will see you in next class. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, fine, sir.
I'm stopping my screen share. Sir Hemant, you can stop the recording. Okay, then thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.